Welcome to the latest edition of the industry's first video newsletter. I'm Jill Nicolini, and this edition has updates on GC and Blue microphones, trade shows moving cities, consolidating efforts, and much, much more. All right, so let's get started. Guitar Center CEO spoke out about just what made him take his company private. Among his statements, Marty Albertson said the decision was driven by strategic resources and that having a public company didn't give him the freedom to invest in long-term strategies, including international expansion. Going private also allows GC to keep music and arts, which stock analysts had called a slow-growing division of the company. You can read more of his comments in the October issue of the Music and Sound Retailer. Blue Microphones finally put an end to its lawsuit against Violet Design, Jay-Z Recording Equipment, Scruples, and 2 people involved with those companies. You may remember Blue filed a complaint in September 2005 claiming breach of contract, trade libel, civil conspiracy, and misappropriation of trade secrets. Blue's CEO, Eli Probst, confirmed that a settlement was reached, but the terms are confidential. You probably all heard the news, but in case you missed it, Summer NAMM is headed back to Nashville. Yeehaw, cowboys and cowgirls. The show is going to be held June 20th to the 22nd at the Nashville Convention Center. NAMM's conducting a series of focus groups with NAMM members all over the country to figure out just what programs will make the show most worthwhile for you. All right, of course, we're going to keep you posted on that. NAMM isn't the only trade show facing a major shakeup. Infocom announced integrating the NSCA Expo into its own annual trade show in June. NSCA's Expo events will now be held at a pavilion on the Infocom 08 show floor in Las Vegas. In further developments, Infocom has decided to sponsor NSCA's Executive Business Conference and cancel its own. And both associations will bring out NSCA Tech Week in the fall, a new trade-only event for training technicians, installers, and design and sales personnel. Sounds like a pretty good marriage to me. All right, here's an update on the white spaces issue that Shure has been lobbying over all year. The FCC's Office of Engineering and Technology tested how these unlicensed devices would operate in the white spaces of the TV broadcast spectrum. And they found that 2 tested prototype devices failed to consistently sense or detect the presence of either DTV broadcasts or wireless microphones. And they also interfered with digital cable reception in a typical home environment. These results will be taken into account when the FCC issues its regulations next month. All right, coming up, we've got products from Crate, M-Audio, Music Sales Group, and Digitech. You're guaranteed to be singing along by the end of it. All right, find out why right after the break.
People have been asking me for years if I was ever going to make a solid body electric. The answer was always, probably not, no. Not unless there's a really good reason. Then one day I heard this new pickup that our design group invented, and I knew right then, we're in the electric guitar business.
Crate's Profiler 5 is a mini 5-watt stereo guitar amp combo. Though it's small, this amp definitely packs a punch. It has a rear panel USB connector. That's right, USB on a guitar amp. Crate says that's a first for guitar amps. It lets you interface directly with your computer, whether or not you have a Mac or a PC, and all you do is use the Traction 2 software that comes bundled with the amp. Check this out. You can also use the mini jack audio input to plug in your CD player and iPod. The amp has 2 4-inch speakers and emulates 11 vintage and modern amp sounds. There's a new addition to the EX series. M-Audio introduced the EX66 digital high-definition studio reference monitors. The M-Audio EX66 uses a mid-woofer tweeter mid-woofer vertical array configuration. So the company says that helps to eliminate a lot of the reflection problems. The monitors are sold separately and also come with two 6-inch linear piston woofers and a custom 1-inch titanium tweeter. You shook me all night long. I'd sing it if I could, but you know that's classic AC/DC. And now you can learn to play more than 70 of the band's most famous riffs. Hits like Back in Black, Highway to Hell, and TNT. Music sales group's Riffology of AC/DC labels each song with a difficulty level and also includes all of the lyrics. And if you're really a big fan, you can check out the band history, discography, and sections on gear, tone, influences, and songwriting. Digitech's new Vocalist Live 2 is a vocal harmony and effects floor processor that uses MuseIQ technology. What's that? Well, it creates accurate multi-part harmonies by analyzing the guitar chords that you play. The Vocalist Live 2 also has an onboard chromatic tuner, compressor, reverb, EQ, lots of inputs and outputs, and even its own power supply. It's available now and housed in an all-metal chassis. We have important product recall information to bring you from D'Addario. All Planet Waves Humidipack two-way humidity control system products may be subject to a manufacturer's defect on the film lining of the Humidipack packets. Now, this does not include Humidipacks that are part of the Rico Reed Vitalizer line. But if you do have any of these unopened foil packets, please return them directly to D'Addario. More information is available at planetwaves.com/humidipackrecall/consumer. Okay, one more break. That's it, I promise. Stay tuned and we'll be back with a rumor that we are pretty sure is going to be a fact and a special tribute to a dear friend to the industry. And that's all coming up in our final note.
T is for tradition. T is for tone. T is for Takamine.
Check out the new VX5 handheld vocal condenser mic for live sound and studio applications from Onyx. And for the most innovative way to mic choirs, orchestras, and presentations, the Microboom has a 50-inch carbon fiber arm equipped with your choice of mics from the Micro series. Stop by Onyx.
Well, rumor has it that a leading UK speaker manufacturer has a new US distributor. Guess it yet? Well, if it isn't a fact yet, we're pretty sure it will be. Turbo Sound will be moving over to American Music and Sound for its U.S. marketing and sales initiatives. At broadcast time, we were unable to get all the details, but you can take it to the bank, if you know what I mean. And now our final note. Sandy Feldstein, a highly regarded music education advocate, composer, arranger, and author, died on August 30th. Among his achievements, Feldstein was president of the Percussive Arts Society and is in their Hall of Fame. During his over 30-year career, he edited and wrote books for Carl Fisher, Warner Brothers, and Alfred. At these companies, he served as educational director and executive vice president. He leaves behind a wife, son, and a daughter. They ask that instead of flowers, you send contributions to the Sandy Feldstein Music Education Fund, a new fund created in his honor by the Music for All Foundation. Please write for the Sandy Feldstein Music Education Fund on the comment line of your checks, which can be sent to 39 West Jackson Place, Suite 150, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46225. Well, that's it for our post-Labor Day back-to-work edition of the Music and Sound Retailers Vnewsletter. As you know, we are broadcast twice a month to your desktop, iPods, and cell phones. Now, lots really happens in 2 weeks, so be sure to check back with us then. Also, don't forget to continue to send your comments about these broadcasts. Editor Brian Burke and Associate Editor Michelle Loeb write these shows and would love to hear from you. All right, for now, I'm Jill Nicolini, and of course, as always, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.